Doc Rampaggio here with Star Wars The Force Awakens impressions. Now, this is a spoiler video, so if you haven't seen the movie yet, stop this video right now. I'm going to get into things that are going to ruin the movie for you. If you haven't seen the movie, go away, come back after you've seen it. Alright, that being said, let's get into it. There's one thing that I took away from The Force Awakens that I need to say, and I think a lot of people are going to be saying after this movie, fuck Kylo Ren, that fucking piece of fucking dog shit. I could not believe, I screamed out in the theater. I knew it was coming, kind of. I had a feeling it was coming way back when they first announced that Harrison Ford is coming back, because we all know he does not really like the Han Solo role that much, but I was still not ready to see that. And god damn it, fuck Kylo Ren, that fucking asshole. I seriously, I screamed out. I couldn't take it. I did not expect him to go out like that, and it really bums me out that he's not going to be in the other ones. But we got one more run with Han, and that was good. But by the time they showed Chewie crying, I was basically crying because I was a fucking mess because you kill one of my favorite characters in the franchise. Beyond that one thing, which really brought me down, and I don't hate the movie for it because it does make sense for the story and it does give a sense of urgency to everything, but still, you're gonna kill fucking Han Solo and just drop him down a pit like that? Nah. I don't like that. I don't like it. Easily the weakest part of the movie for me. You might feel differently. I just didn't want to see my boy go down like that. And by this fucking bitch-ass Kylo Ren who's whining about the light side the whole time and throwing tantrums with his lightsaber. No. Did not like that one bit. Still a great movie. Did not like that part. Secondly, Captain Phasma has pulled a Boba Fett on all of us because she was not in the movie that much, which I didn't necessarily expect. But what happened to her? Did they throw her down the trash compactor? Is she dead? Is she coming back? I mean, the whole planet blew up, so it's kind of a safe bet she's dead, but for all the hype and love that Phasma has gotten in the past few months to just be tossed away like so much rubbish like that, it's seriously like a Darth Maul, Count Dooku, General Grievous scenario where we keep getting these awesome villains and they just get killed in one movie and we don't see them anymore. I don't know why they hired Gwendolyn Christie to play her for 5 minutes and kill her, but whatever. Phasma was there. Phasma was cool from what we saw. The First Order troopers were very cool. I like how they're using genetic programming or whatever to make them fall in line. Clearly, Finn busted out of that. And speaking of Finn, I'm sure, like a lot of you, I thought Finn was going to be the Jedi in this. I thought he was going to have the Force powers. No. It was Rey the whole time. I mean, that became apparent in the movie pretty early on, but I'm talking about pre-release. I'm sure a lot of us thought Finn was going to be the lightsaber wielder, especially from those shots of him with the saber up fighting Ren, which, as we know, if you've seen the movie, was not the case, really. The fan service was great. I love seeing Akbar, the alien guys, BB being hilarious when he gave that little thumbs up with his little torch. Great. Poe Dameron, awesome. I wish we had seen a little more of that guy. I can't wait to see more of him, especially now that Han's dead and he's basically our de facto Han. Luke was in the movie for less than 30 seconds, I think. So, I mean, I don't know. That's clearly why he wasn't on the poster, because he was barely in the movie. It was nice to see him at the end. It was nice to see R2 come back. I really liked the part where 3PO talked about his red arm. All the 3PO stuff was good. Something I noticed, Constable Zuvio. We've got a figure of him. I did not see this guy in the movie. Not even for a second, I don't think. I was watching it in 3D, so maybe he was in the background and I didn't focus on it. It's going to take a few more viewings. I'd like to see where Constable Zuvio is. It's not necessarily weird that we got a figure with no screen time, because that's basically Star Wars toys bread and butter. but I did think we would actually see this guy talk or say something at some point. So, Zuvio, did you see him? Because I didn't see him. If anyone saw him, leave us a comment and say where you saw him, so when we see it again, we can look for this guy, because I was kind of curious about him. And now we just have this figure that I didn't even see in the movie. Chewbacca. Chewbacca was awesome. I loved all his little looks and his nods and stuff, and just great. Really great Chewbacca stuff. Han was great. It breaks my heart to have the guy dead. It really does. And if I could take one thing away from the movie, it would be Han's death. It just sucks, you know? Why you gotta kill Han? You could have killed almost anybody else. Someone could have came in and saved him. I know it's like trite and, you know, someone's gotta die, but Han, come on, guys. You gotta take Han from us. I was thinking about it all night. I was gonna make these videos last night when I got home. I just couldn't. I was so full of emotion and just thoughts. I couldn't even do anything last night. I had to just lay there and play some video games. And if you saw the Twitch stream last night, which most of our video game videos come from, you will know that there was some funny stuff going on in the PlayStation party last night. But anyway, back to Star Wars. Loved it. JJ did it. Really brought us back to form. Really washed the taste of the prequels out of everyone's mouth. I like the prequels. I mean, they're not the best movies in the world, but they're still Star Wars, and Star Wars is better than not Star Wars any day, even boring Star Wars. But this movie far eclipses anything in the prequels. Leaps and bounds ahead. Just great. There was a few things I was hoping to see that we didn't. I was kind of hoping we would get a surprise Lando, even though they never talked about it. Hopefully we'll get him in there before 8 or 9, or before Billy D dies, which nobody wants to happen, but, you know, these guys are getting old now, and I'd like to see him squeeze him in there. But now that Han is dead, it actually kind of opens the door for Lando, because you really need a scoundrel. And while Poe is a great pilot and has a bit of a Han Solo quality to him, he doesn't really seem like that much of a scoundrel to me. And we need that scoundrel. So we got to bring Billy D back for Episode 8. That's got to happen. You got to get Billy D in there. Get Billy D. Carrie Fisher did a great job as an old Leia. Definitely felt battle-weary. Definitely seemed powerful. The part where Han died and she felt it Yoda style, I mean, I felt it right here. I felt it right here. I know I'm talking about Han dying a lot, but that really was a big, big moment for me. The First Order troopers all looked great. The flying and stuff was all amazing. All the stuff on Jakku was great. It's almost too much to process. There was so much good in this movie that they just knocked it out of the park. Go see Star Wars The Force Awakens. You won't be upset. You're going to love it. If you don't love it, you just suck. I'm not even going to mince words. If you don't like this movie, you're probably not a good person. That's about it. You know, it's Star Wars. Star Wars is awesome. They killed it. It's amazing. I'm going to go see it again later today. I'm going to see it next week. I want to see this movie about 100 more times in the movie theater. But they did kill Han, and that's going to hurt for a long, long time. Especially when that old Han figure comes out, and he's going to be on the shelf. Fucking definitely not next to Kylo Ren, his bitch-ass son, who stabbed him through the chest with a lightsaber and tossed him off the bridge. Nope. Nope. Nothing. Just kill him. Just kill Han. That's great. That's just great.